Dear students, I welcome you all to the part 2 of an introduction to the Tempest. We have already done part 1, that is the description of the characters and their role, and also we have done some part of the storyline. If you want, you can always refer back to the video, though we will do a quick recap of part 1 now. So, who are the major characters in this play, The Tempest? First is Prospero, who was the Duke of Milan and now he is the owner of an island. Next is Miranda, Prospero's daughter. Antonio, who is the current Duke of Milan, and Alonso, who was the King of Naples. Gonzalo, the counselor of Alonso. Ariel, the spirit. Other major characters: Sycorax, the witch and the mother of Caliban. Caliban is half monster, half human, and he was there in the island when Prospero and his daughter came. Sebastian is the brother of Alonso. Ferdinand, the son of Alonso. Trincolo and Stefano, who were also there on board, and they will also form a team with Caliban and try to kill Prospero. Now that's what we had done. Apart from that, the storyline I had discussed in part 1. I'm not going to go through it right now. I will just show you the points again. If you want, you can pause the video and read the points, or else you may refer to the first video. This is the background of the story. Okay, this is where we ended part 1. So in part 1 we had done the introduction to the characters and a part of the storyline. So today we are going to begin with The Tempest and Introduction part 2. Okay, we continue with the storyline. Caliban hatches a plan to kill Prospero and Stefano to take over the island and make Miranda Stefano's queen. If you remember, in the last part I had discussed that Caliban, Stefano and Trincolo have joined hands, and Caliban believes that Stefano is God because he has given him wine to drink. So now Caliban plans to kill Prospero with the help of Stefano and Trincolo. Thereby he wants to take his revenge on Prospero and also to lose his old master and to get a new master who is Stefano. Ferdinand sees Miranda and falls in love with her. Prospero is aware of this love, and to test Ferdinand's love for Miranda, Prospero makes Ferdinand his slave and makes him do menial work like carrying logs. Basically, this he wants to test the sincerity of Ferdinand towards Miranda. Ferdinand and Miranda meet at one place and they express their love to each other and agree to get married. Caliban tells Stefano and Trincolo at what time Prospero sleeps, because they wanted to plan the murder of Prospero. So Caliban tells them at what time Prospero sleeps in the day and how to kill Prospero. Because remember, Prospero was a magician and he had many spirits under him who could have foiled the plan. So, Caliban is telling these two people what all things are to be done before they execute the plan of murder. Ariel creates confusion and misunderstanding among Caliban, Stefano, and Trincolo. Prospero asks Ariel no, let me go back to the last point. Because of this confusion which was created by Ariel, the murderous plan of Caliban, Stefano, and Trincolo was foiled. Prospero asks Ariel to arrange a banquet for Alonso and others. Strange creatures, strange creatures here refers to spirits, appear and leave food on the table. So as they arrange for the banquet, and the guests are the invited are there, that is Alonso and his team. Strange creatures appear on the stage and they leave food on the table and they vanish. And the story continues. Now, if you remember, the spirits had laid down a banquet on the table, and Alonso and his team is present there as Alonso decides to eat and moves towards the table. Ariel appears as Harpy and counts the sins of the people present there, and the food disappears, so does Harpy. If you remember, Prospero had asked to arrange for a banquet for Alonso and his team, and the spirits had come and placed the food on the table and had vanished. We continue from there. As Alonso decides to eat, Ariel and he moves towards the tables, Ariel appears as Harpy and counts the sins of the people present there. So he counts the sins of Alonso, he counts the sins of Antonio, and so on and so forth. And once he had done that, the food disappears, and so does Harpy. Prospero sets Ferdinand free and agrees to the wedding of Ferdinand and Miranda. Prospero creates a magical show with spirits blessing Ferdinand and Miranda. Ariel informs Prospero about the plan of Caliban, Stefano, and Trincolo, that they are planning to kill Prospero, and Prospero asks Ariel to distract Stefano, Trincolo, as well as Caliban and foil their plan, which Ariel does successfully. So then what happens? What does Prospero do in the final scene of the play? Prospero reminds Alonso of the cruel manner in which he treated him and Miranda. If you remember, Alonso had helped Antonio to dethrone Prospero and to take over Milan. Prospero accuses Sebastian of his share in the plan. Now, Sebastian was the brother of Alonso, and in executing the plan to make Antonio the king of Milan, Sebastian had helped Alonso as well as Antonio. Prospero calls Antonio an unnatural brother. What is a natural brother? A natural brother is someone who will take care of his brother. So why is Antonio called an unnatural brother? Because Antonio, an unnatural brother who, for the sake of his ambition, what was the ambition? To take over Milan, expelled natural affection of a brother for a brother. Natural affection means the natural love between a brother and a brother from the heart. So Antonio had expelled or removed the natural love between two brothers from his heart to achieve his ambition to become the Duke of Milan. Prospero pays a tribute to Gonzalo for his sympathetic nature. Prospero reveals his identity to everyone. Now, what was the sympathetic nature of Gonzalo? If you remember, when Prospero was being put in that broken boat in the sea, Gonzalo had provided him with food, clothes, and his books. So finally, what happens? Prospero orders Ariel to release all prisoners. Prospero pardons everyone. Prospero plans to give up his magic. The ships are brought back and they were as they were before the tempest. The ships on which these people were traveling, which had been trapped in the tempest and supposedly destroyed, were brought back and they were as new as they were before the tempest. Prospero was to become the Duke of Milan yet again. Miranda and Ferdinand to marry once they reach Naples. Now remember, Ferdinand is the Prince of Naples. He is the son of Alonso, who is the King of Naples. Ariel to ensure their safe journey to Naples. Now Ariel was given this task. This was Ariel's last task under Prospero, and it was that he was to ensure that their journey to Naples was safe. Ariel, after this, was set free. And there the play ends. This is a nice play, more of a fairy tale, very entertaining and full of magic. Thank you so much. I hope you have understood this introduction. I will sincerely request you, before we begin this play line by line, word by word, you go through these two videos again and try to understand the entire plot and the major characters. Thank you so much.